sorry, that was maybe not the greatest plan to do right before a live stream. But today is exciting. We're going to do the regular Apache Spark code review, but before we spend too much time on that, we're going to look at the new proposed release candidate for Apache Spark. I'm going to go ahead and quickly bring up some things that we're going to actually, yeah, I'm gonna bring them up really quickly just first, just because I'm not super sure what stuff is going to come up on my screen, and also because sometimes, okay, yeah. So, just one second. I have to turn off the chat. In my chat off, save changes. Lovely. Okay. Cool. 242. Cool. So let's go ahead and bring that up and start talking about it. Also, the Restream chat box doesn't appear to be working, so I'm just going to go ahead and manually quickly bring up YouTube and Twitch just so I can see if anyone has any questions for us. My channel. Cool. That is that, and this is... Okay. So if anyone has any questions, I can take a look and see what y'all are saying. So yeah, so this is a proposal to release Spark version 242. So the vote is open until April 23rd. We got a few days, and there's a +1 and a -1. Now, PMC members are the only people who have binding votes, that is necessarily votes that really count. But by testing the release, if you find issues, you know, the PMC members will normally take that into account and may adjust their own votes accordingly. So let's scroll down and see. We've tested this and LGTM. Okay, so Michael Ambrose has tested this. Shane is -1ing. And so there's a disagreement. He hasn't formally changed his vote. He probably will change it to, at the very least, to 0, but I'm not super sure. But that being said, we've got, we can start validating this release. And so here's the proposed release. Now, I spent a lot of time focused on Python, so I'm actually going to go ahead and specifically download the PySpark proposal. We're going to go ahead and look for some of the sort of common things that I see kind of go wrong there sometimes. Spark 242 RC1. Yeah, Spark 242. So let's go ahead, wget. This will take a few minutes, or okay, 17 seconds apparently. Not as long as I remember. Coffee. I think we've stopped packaging like all of the Hadoop jars with it. Maybe, I don't remember, whatever. Okay, tar xdf, PySpark 242. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to look at this package info. So cool, it looks like the description is correct. That's good. Python 2.7, Python 3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7. Is that correct? Yep, that looks like those are the versions that we support. Cool, I'm gonna make a virtual env, double check that I can install this in it. PySpark VM test. So the reason that I was reading that that description file is that it's generated in kind of a weird way, and sometimes it doesn't get generated correctly, depending on who's doing it. And yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have any mistakes there. Okay, cool. So we've activated our environment, pip install PySpark 242 RGZ. Cool. That looks solid. Ooh, okay. Sounds like my computer is going to take off. Cool. Let's run PySpark. Oh, that's a pretty reasonable smoke test. Yeah. All right. That's good. Let's go ahead and take a look. Sean Owen normally does a good job of checking the signatures. I'm gonna skip that. One of the things you can do is check your signatures. I could test Spark testing base with this. And so there's this nice staging repository. Super lovely. And so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and test Spark testing base really quickly with this. I want to. So I think I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. Now the thing is when we use this, afterwards we have to remember to delete the artifacts from our cache, because the Maven IV cache sort of assumes that version numbers are immutable, and the version that's published here is just 242. It's not 242 RC1, because if this passes, we just literally copy the files around. Well, literally is not quite right, but it's close enough to right. So we're going to go ahead and check on that part next, right? That sounds like what I'm going to do. How am I going to do that? Okay, yes. Spark testing base. What branch am I on? Cool. Okay. Check 242 RC1. All right. Cool. Oh. And so this is a good thing that you can do with your own projects. You can check that they still build and work. So Spark version is 242. There's like a resolver list that I have somewhere. Here we go. Temporary Spark 242 RC1 snapshot. So what we'll do, 242 RC1. And then we'll go back here. I think this will work. I really hope it works. Okay. I think there's like, oh, I guess. Cool. I really need to update the version of SPT in Spark testing base. That's an old version. That's on me. Clean compile test. Kick that off. Let's sort of see how it goes. And this will take a minute or two. So actually, we'll let this run in the background. And while it's running in the background, I'm going to do the other part of today's adventure, which is double checking, seeing what's happened in the Spark releases, Spark PRs, if anyone's responded on any of the PRs we commented on from Monday. So this is going to take a minute. Cool. Yeah, updated 4 hours ago. That's great. That's going to be the one we want to take a look at. Cool. Latest comments. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this is great. Brian 7 hours ago asked if it looks okay to merge. It did fail Apache. Apache is flaky as all hell. It's used for we use it for the Windows R tests. And it's good that we have tests, but like when it fails, I just normally My answer to it is just a retest because it's pretty flaky, and I don't know Windows super great. So let's go ahead and take a scroll through these. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do. Yeah. Array port secret. That's a weird return. Oh no, that actually makes sense. Because I return. That's weird. Array any. To local iterator. What did it used to return? Oh, it just used to call serve iterator. Which I guess. Yeah, okay. That one looked fine. We looked at this the week before. To local iterator from the socket. Yeah. Yeah, this is optional. Like we could send a message as soon as the iterate, but like we could just finish consuming it. It's not the end of the world because it's already going to have collected the data locally in the JVM by the point it gets there, so it shouldn't be too much. Let's look at the test because I didn't give this a lot of thought last time. Test to local iterator. Test data frame. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the local iterator not fully consumed. Did anything come of this? It's optional. So don't block on it. So yeah. So we suggested a way to test this because there was a comment before that said it was really hard to test that there was no exception being thrown in the Java side. Yeah, that's good. I like that we're getting rid of these sleeps. I like less sleeps in the code part. Add a single comment. Okay, so that's fine. So I think what we'll do is we'll tell Brian, hi Brian, yeah, okay, yeah, I think it's provided unrelated. I think it's okay to merge. Would be nice to have a more explicit test for this, but capturing the JVM output isn't something we do elsewhere, so I'm okay with putting that off. Although I'd like to see maybe. Yeah. Thanks for working on this. Thanks for working on this. If follow-up issues, do CC me on them. And so that's just like, yeah, this looks okay. There's some things we could certainly add in a very reasonable follow-up. But yeah, so yeah, no changes, just really merging in master. That's fine. So let's go ahead. Let's go over here. Okay. Key not found, Spark home. Okay, yeah. So the only test that failed, was just because I don't have the Spark 242 downloaded and extracted with a Spark home set, are the two which depend on like having a full installation of Spark present. So this looks good to me. Okay. So that's exciting as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to, did I Oh, Gmail. There we go. I'm a +1. Tested PySpark VM install and checked package info and tested Spark testing base with Spark 14. So that's all right. Let's take a look at these. Target version is 242. See if there's anything particularly interesting. We're gonna have to log in because the search thing. Whatever. You have too many password managers. I think this one. Wait, why isn't it letting me search? Okay, let's go issues, search for issues, project equals Spark, and target version. That's interesting. According to this, there's only one. Or fix version. Or just put this in quotes. Fix version equals 242. That's weird. The autocomplete thing doesn't exist. You fucking. Yeah. Yeah, so that's open tickets. We don't want to look at open tickets. Or well, we do, but these are all resolved. Oh, interesting. Different oops sizes? Oh god. This is... Oh, that's gnarly. I'm somewhat confused. Is this... Okay, yeah, this was merged into 242. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. Redacting password sounds good. Oh, Java deadlock. That's a good thing to fix. Okay, I'm interested though because I remember there being discussions on the mailing lists that sounded like there was more happening. So I want to go look at this. Okay, I'm going to go into repo Spark. Git remote, git fetch Apache GitHub. And we're going to go ahead and check out 242, v242, sorry, rc1, git log v241. Can I do this? Okay, git log between. Git log between two tags. Yep. I did that. That didn't work. Oh, it needs to go. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I'm confused because I thought people were talking about changing the Jackson version in here. Update jQuery. I don't really care about jQuery that much. These all look fine. Upgrade roaring bitmap to fix. And interesting. Is it shaded? Yeah. Let's do a git log-p. I'm gonna look for everything in a pom.xml file. Okay, yeah. Changing our own version is fine. Actually, yeah, let's do a git diff. Cool. Yeah. Okay, I guess. These all look. Oh god. Why does the version string have to be everywhere? Can't we just copy? Whatever. Okay, so the root one has a new version of Snappy. It is a minor release. The roaring bitmap is a not so minor release. We could go look up the roaring bitmap release notes, I guess, if we were nervous. Let's go look up the roaring bitmap release notes, see what's going on over there. It's probably fine, but, you know, see a version number change. Right. Let's look at the release notes. Well, that's, oops. Hi. So much for that. Let's look at the commits. And this comments don't really tell me a lot. I wish there was these notes. Don't shade shims. Whatever. It's probably fine. Famous last words, of course, but so I thought people were looking at Jackson. Just do it. Yeah, it doesn't look like we changed Jackson. Okay, that's fine then. If we change Jackson, I'd probably give this like at most a +0. But this looks pretty fine to me. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, that's looks good. Okay. Anything else? 2 days ago. Let's take a look. Still conflicting. Okay, so we can suggest that TBCS can take this over. Do you want to take over updating this PR? Good. Go fork. Cool. It's just a suggestion because the original author seems to be busy with other things. And that's pretty good. Okay, 16 days ago. Not touching that. Let's take a quick look in Python. Actually, it is 4:30 on a Friday. And unless I see anything super critical, updated 3 hours ago. Yeah, that one's kind of big. It's 4:30 on a Friday, so we're gonna call it a wrap. So today we voted on a release. It's exciting. ASF releases require 3 PMC members to give it a +1. And I don't actually remember the rules for how the -1s get counted, but let's not focus on that. But I think we're good. There, we checked out the release candidate. We left a note for Brian. We looked through his PR really quickly. Well, not really quickly, but fairly quickly. But we'd already looked at that PR earlier in the week, so I think that's okay. And Brian's also a committer as well, so you know it's a high degree of trust, and I assume to a large degree he already knows what he's doing. His asking me for comments in a way is more polite to make sure I don't have any hard objections. So with that, we're going to stop because I don't see any more questions, or I see no questions, but also the Restream chat application is broken anyways. And so I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I am going to probably do my laundry and blow dry my hair. Thanks, y'all. Bye.